Hello guys, I am making this video to share some of my experiences in the COVID-19. In the previous video, I explained how my whole family suffered from COVID-19 and how I lost my mother in this pandemic. So dear students, I wanted to share my experiences, how we took medicines, how we got all the treatment which is required to cure this disease. Dear students, actually we tested positive or we made tests on 1st May. So timeline is very important in this disease or COVID-19, so that you can have time to be have good medicines and to be get cured. So on 1st May we tested my father, my wife and I. We made CT scan. My score was 3, her was 7 and my father's score was 3. Again we did some blood tests, CRP, D-dimer and other tests. Our CRP was a bit high, above the boundary, but D-dimer was normal and other platelet counts and other kind of things all were normal. On the next day, means 2nd May, we went to a couple doctor, wife and husband, who were already working in the COVID department in the hospital. So they were treating COVID patients and they have their private clinic. We went to that private clinic and we consulted to them and they started the treatment. We took some antibiotics, steroids and some other kind of medicines for 5 days. There was 5 days of dose. So they said that it is the complete dose. You need to come to clinic for 5 days and have this syringe and have these medicines. We went and we took all the things for 5 days. Next, what happened? It was a very crucial moment for me. Doctor advised to do again some blood tests. After completion of this 5 days of dose, we gave blood. The boy came and took blood and he just collected samples and went to the lab. And he then in the evening reports came. So reports astonishing in the sense our D-dimer in the first report it was normal, but now my D-dimer was 2650, which was very high. Her D-dimer, my wife's D-dimer was around 1100, but my father's was 480. It is below 500, so it was normal. Now the condition or my mental state became unstable. My pulse rate increased automatically and I felt worrisome. Then I consulted to the doctor. So doctor said us, you need to be hospitalized. That was a very dangerous kind of situation arised before me. So he said that you should be hospitalized. I asked why? Because we are normal. We are breathing normal. Our SpO2 is normal. My was 95, 96, her was 97 and my father's was 96. So again, other tests are normal. We do not have any kind of pain. We do not have any kind of symptom. We are not suffering from these symptoms. For example, headache, body pain, extreme weakness, other kind of things. I am driving my father and my wife to your clinic by car and we are taking all the medicines you are prescribing. So we are feeling normal, though our D-dimer is quite high. Then again he consulted that laboratory boy and he again called him and asked to take blood samples. Again that boy came, collected our samples, and again he tested. And after 2 hours report came. Now again it was a different report. Our D dimer, my D dimer was tested around 1200. Her was around 800. My father's was already normal. So I said, how is it possible that in the afternoon we did the same test? My D dimer was tested 2650, her was around 1100, and now it has been direct 50% less. So again he was checking that report, he was observing that report, and again he said that we cannot take risk, you should go to hospital. Then I said him, okay, we will find. We returned home. After returning home, my head was feeling dizzy, and I became tense. My wife was supporting me. Then I called to my friends. My friends came, my neighbors came, and they supported us a lot. One of my colleague called Dhanaji Patil, he said that you should have second opinion. Why don't you go to a physician, a better physician? Then we decided, okay, we will go to a physician tomorrow, because now it has been evening. And again, one of the other friend suggested you should go to a better laboratory and check your D dimer again. We should have always second opinion. And then we rushed to the laboratory, which is here people think that more trustworthy, and again we gave blood there, and we asked them, please test it as early as possible. Then there was a doctor called Dr. Mahajan. He called us, both me and my wife. He asked us to sit. We sat before him, and he supported us a lot. He talked to us. He said that you seem worried. So first, you should not fear about anything. We explained our history to him, and he said that you are normal, don't worry, and don't worry about this D dimer. I have seen many patients whose D dimer is so high after COVID or post COVID, and after taking some blood thin tablets you will be normal. So don't worry, there is no any need to be worried. Don't take tension, go to home, eat well and sleep well, and tomorrow consult your doctor. So that was the support provided by that doctor in the laboratory. We felt soothed, I felt calm. We returned to home. Next day we went to the doctor, physician, another physician, and again explained the same history to him. He said that it's normal, don't worry. The same words he uttered as that the doctor in laboratory, and he prescribed us some tablets, the tablets which is required to thin your blood, that tablet for 5 days and other tablets for 5 days, next 5 days. And he said that eat well, sleep well, that is the cure of your disease. So there is no problem, because you are normal, your SpO2 is normal. At that time my pulse rate was gone so high, it was around 120, and I asked him, why then this pulse rate 120? He said that whoever comes to hospital, the atmosphere and the situation in the hospital automatically increases some people's pulse rates. So it is normal. I am a doctor, I am explaining you the things, so don't worry, your pulse rate will be decreased once you step down from the hospital. And that was the same case. Many times these kind of things happen, so you should be careful about this. And then he gave us some medicines, some tablets. We took it, and again we returned to the home. And from that day, the next 2 days my was very tense. 7th May and 8th May. We were detected positive on 1st May. It was 7th May and 8th May. In the morning of 8th May, I felt I don't have legs. So weakness was suddenly aroused in my body. There was no body pain, but weakness. There was no headache. There was no any other symptom, but weakness for 2 days. It was a very severe weakness, let me tell you that. When I was bathing, just I don't felt my hands, my body. So while rubbing the soap on hands, just it was going very smooth, and I was unable to catch my hands. And again the different feeling came in my mind. Then I talked to my friends who were already positive, who were cured, and I had some experiences from them. They said that these kind of things happen, so don't get panic. That is very important. And I am also telling to you that you should not be panic about anything. Whatever happens in your COVID treatment, you should not be panic. But I will recommend you, there should be second opinion. You should go to the second physician if you are not satisfied with the first physician, or if there is some problem with the first physician. Always second opinion is important. Many friend told me, my friends, and hence I went there. So I was not feeling my body. That was the problem. And again weakness was very heavy. I even felt that I don't have legs. So these kind of things happen in the COVID treatment. And after 2-3 days we were coming to normal. We were feeling well. And after a few days we recovered from that trauma of COVID-19, because already that beeps of the ventilator machines and biopacks were ringing in my mind, because I was there for 11 days in the hospital. The same kind of things were still in my mind, rotating and ringing that sounds. It was a very grim kind of situation there. After a few days, after 14 May, we became normal. Till 14 May, there was some stress in my mind. Now I am making this video, I am feeling well, and hence I thought that I should share my experiences with you. So now I am well, though there are some tablets of thinning of blood for next 4 days I have to take, and then I have to stop. All tablets we have stopped, or doctor stopped. So this is how we received medication. Now second part in this COVID or in this disease is very important, the part of your diet. Our diet was very good in all these days, right from 1st May till day. We have very good intake in all these days, and I would like to give special thanks to my neighbors and my colleagues, Dhanaji Patil and Bhagwan Gote. There is Vilasrao Deshmukh, who is my neighbor. Again, Datta Kaurke, he is my neighbor. Goge uncle, my neighbor, who provided us food for both the times, morning and evening. And we had a very good kind of food, healthy food in all these days. So very special thanks to my neighbors and colleagues who helped us a lot. Now there is another thing. All my relatives, my neighbors, my colleagues, even doctors recommended us to start eating non-veg. Be frank, our family or my family is pure vegetarian family, but the situation arose and we had to start eating non-veg. So my relatives also asked us to start, and we started. Eggs are rich with proteins. It provides proteins, so you need to have a very good intake of protein. Then meat, again mutton soup, these kind of things we started. And this is a powerful meal, eggs and this non-veg, so you can have. This is diet. We ate well, then we slept well all these days except 2-3 days, that 7th May, 8th May and next day, because of this trauma or because of this situation, unkind situation. This is second thing. First, medicines are very important. Proper medicines, proper doctor you should get, proper medication. Then your diet should be very good. And third thing, yoga. I started doing, actually I was already doing yoga and all kinds of these exercises early in the morning, but again with a new enthusiasm we started right from the second day, means 2nd May, but it was not heavy exercise or heavy yoga, it's normal. So we started Anulom Vilom, taking breathing, then deep breathing, then this kind of thing, Kapalbhati, and we have regular rounds of all these things. Regularly we are practicing all these things because your lungs should be healthy, and these practices keep your lungs healthy, and hence our SpO2 is very good from first day to this day. So all kinds of things we did. Yoga, pranayam, it is very important. You can do Anulom Vilom, you can do Kapalbhati, you can do, as I suggested, take breathe while your hands up, when your hands down, leave your breath. Hands down, release your breath. Hands up, take deep breath. This is very important, but this practice needs a lot of energy. So I suggest, if you are feeling very weak, don't do this, or you can take advice of a doctor or a physician so that he can direct you to do these kind of things. Don't do these things on your own. If you are not feeling well, if there is weakness, if you lost energy, so don't do. But what we did, just I am explaining to you. So all these things are important in recovery of COVID. Now, dear students, we have recovered almost we have recovered, and we are feeling well. From next sessions we will resume our regular videos on literature. So thank you very much for watching this complete video. If you have any problem, any query, you can put it in the comment box.